Alright, day 3. Today's topic is basically just protein and food choices. So we'll start with this protein equals control. So protein should be like the leading force of your diet. It doesn't matter whether your goal is fat loss, muscle gain, whether you're even training in the gym or not. Protein should be the leading force of your diet. Right? Protein does a couple of things. First of all, it preserves muscle. That's great if you're in the gym every day. You're trying to gain muscle or you're trying to get stronger, whatever. Now, it improves fullness and stabilizes hunger. They both go hand in hand. Protein is the most complete, I guess, of the macros. It's going to keep you fuller for longer and it's going to help you to control your hunger throughout the day. Basically, higher protein diet equals an easier deficit. Next, let's talk about food volume. So here we've got high volume foods versus low volume foods. And I guess this is just not only how it affects your calories, but how it affects your hunger levels throughout the day and how easy it is to maintain these calorie thresholds that we have, whether it be a calorie deficit or just even in a calorie surplus, not going over your calories there, because that can still be hard for some people, right? So high volume foods, these are foods that are going to keep you fuller for longer, make your diet more sustainable over the long term, so you're not sitting there starving every day trying to stay within your calories, right? So we got lean proteins like chicken, steaks really, yeah, lean protein, lamb, eggs. It doesn't have to be pure protein, but it's just stuff that's going to keep you fuller for longer. Tuna's there as well. Then we've got vegetables. This is pretty obvious. Pretty much all vegetables are low calorie. They're going to keep you fuller for longer. Greens, basically no calories. They're literally just there to satiate you, provide you nutrients for your body. Fruits, again, some fruits are higher calorie, but you're going to find it a lot harder to overeat on fruits than you are on like processed snacks and liquid calories, which is what we'll talk about. And then you got like carbohydrates, so like potatoes, rice, oats. Again, it's going to be pretty fucking hard to overeat on shit like this. Like you're gonna get sick of it before you get to the point of overeating. These are just some food choices to think about. These are certainly gonna make it easier for you to remain within your calories and keep you fuller for longer. All right, moving on to low volume foods. So start off with oil and nuts. Now these aren't necessarily bad for you, but they're very high in calories and they're not really gonna satiate you throughout the day. So you're gonna find it very hard to fill yourself up on this stuff for what you get, and you're probably going to be hungry quickly again. Processed snacks, so like any confectionery processed shit at all, like it's not really going to keep you full. If anything, it's just going to send your glucose to the roof if you're having like chocolates or chips or something, and you're going to be hungry again within fucking 30 minutes. So it's not really beneficial and we try to avoid these where possible. All right, then we've got liquid calories, which is just like Cokes, chocolate milk, shit like that. Shit that you're just consuming and it's high calorie and it's not going to fill you up whatsoever. You're just drinking calories away and it's basically a fucking waste. Yeah? So like these, you can get the same calories, you know, like you can get fucking 200 grams of chicken breast and then put the same amount of calories in nuts. You're going to have a fucking barely a handful of nuts. It's the same calories, but it's going to affect how full you are throughout the day and how easy it is to remain within your calorie threshold. Last thing I want to talk about is the 80-20 rule. It's probably been blasted everywhere on social media. Probably most people have seen it. It can be effective. So what I'd recommend is just 80% simple, repeatable foods, healthy foods, you know what I mean? Whole foods if you can, but even then just like simple, repeatable foods that are going to keep you full for longer, like quality meals, right? Whatever effectively keeps you within your calories and works well. And then 20% flexible foods that you enjoy, like within reason, obviously. If your 20% is a fucking 1,000 calorie donut, then of course it's not gonna fucking work. But if your 20% is like a fucking protein yogurt or something like that with 100 calories that's chocolate flavored and tastes good, yeah, of course it's gonna fucking work, you know? So it's 20% of foods you enjoy, but it's also about making smart choices within those foods you enjoy, yeah? This works because consistency is better than perfection. If you can stay consistent to this shit and remain within your calories for a period of 12 weeks, rather than trying to be fucking perfect and falling off track after 1 week, like, of course this shit's gonna work better. So there you have it. We've gone over all that. Hopefully you guys just have a better understanding of like food quality, why it's important, and obviously the importance of protein in that. you've got your daily actions down below. Today's is pretty easy. See how you go with it, and then we'll talk again tomorrow.